Hi, I'm Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. Welcome back. I've got another recipe for today that I know that you're going to love. I love Boston cream pie, but we're going to make a Boston cream cake. So what I did, I just bought a regular, I chose a golden vanilla, or you could use just a yellow cake mix, either one. I made it just by the cake ingredients on the back, what it said to do on the back. I'm going to take my pan. I'm going to spray my pan. I thought I wouldn't bore you with making the cake, and I'm sure that you've made cakes from cake mixes before. But I'm just going to pour my cake mix right in my pan. And I've got my oven set for 350. Okay, make sure I get all this out of here. Smooth that out a little bit. 350, and it says that this should stay in there at 350 for about 28 to 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven for about 28 minutes, and then I'm going to come back when it's done, and then I'll show you what else we're going to do. Okay, our cake came out of the oven. Our cake was in the oven for about 28 minutes. So I've got a regular box of Jell-O vanilla pudding that I'm mixing up here right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this could be a punch cake, and I'm sure some of y'all have done this before. I'm going to punch little holes all in my cake. And it's hot because it just came out of the oven. And that's actually burning my hands. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this pudding over top of this, and this will go down into our Boston cream cake. Okay. Yummy. All right, I've got our pudding, and I'm just going to start pouring it over the top of this. And if you see where there's a hole right there, right where my spoon is, see where it's going down into the hole? All these little places, you can see there's another place right there and a little place right here where it's all going down into the cake. Okay. And what I might do is take my fork, I think again, and poke it a few more times to let some more of this pudding go down into the cake. Okay. You can see the actual pudding going down into the cake. Okay, I'm going to let this set for about 5 minutes to set up a little bit. Then I'll be back with the last step to show you the last step we're going to do. Okay, it's been in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes, and most of the pudding has soaked down into the cake. So what I've got here is I've got 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to take that to my microwave, in the microwave. You want to keep an eye on this, like I said, because it being so heavy, it will burn in a hurry. So, but I want to make sure that I get it good and hot. You'll be amazed at this flavor of this Boston cream cake once we get this all done. This is like a homemade icing that we're going to put on top of it. Let's see. I'm going to let it go for like another 20 seconds. It seems like this takes a long time, but it really doesn't. It just have to do things in stages. So we just made the regular cake mix to start off with, which was 28 minutes. And then I made the pudding and put that on top of it and let it cool. And now I've got my milk heating. So I've got my milk, and as you can see, it's actually starting to boil up some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back over here. And I've got a cup and a half of chocolate chips. I'm going to pour that into the hot milk. Along with that, I've got some plain KARO syrup. And I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of that in here. And you know what? I'm just going to let it sit here for about a minute. Because while it's sitting there, what it's doing is the chocolate is melting. It's down in there melting. What I'll start doing now is I'll start moving it around in the hot milk. And you can see already that it's beginning to dissolve. Just want to keep on stirring until we get it all completely mixed up here. This is a great recipe for making a chocolate icing. If you want an icing that you can pour on a cake, this is a great one to use. Now keep on stirring until I get till it's solid chocolate. And you can see it's getting a glossy color and it's getting real chocolatey now. Scrape down my sides. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chocolate and I'm just going to pour it on top of this cake. And I'll start at this end and we're just going to pour it on here. Just sort of let it run wherever it will go. And this will set up to like a hard chocolate on here. And boy, when it does, is it ever good. And when we do this, we will have our Boston cream cake. We've got our vanilla cake, we have our custard in the middle, and we have our chocolate on the top. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in my refrigerator for maybe 10 minutes so the chocolate can set up, and I'll come back and we'll cut this and you'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay, welcome back. Our Boston cream cake has been in the refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes. It really should set for like an hour, but I'm anxious to show it to you. So I'm going ahead and cut this corner. And of course, it would be a whole lot better if I let it set up a little bit longer. But anyhow, like I said, I want to share it with you, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay. I usually let this, like I said, set up longer. And there we go. There we have our Boston cream cake. I don't know whether you can see the pudding inside there. The chocolate's on top. There's pudding right in there. Let's give this a taste and see what this tastes like. Wow. really good. Wow. Hope you try this. It's a fantastic recipe. Please find me on Facebook and like me, and on YouTube, subscribe to me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I feel like you're family, and you're really supporting me with this cooking channel. So if you continue to do that, and tell your friends about it. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your families, and know that I'm thinking about you, and I pray for each and every one of y'all. Take care. This is Jim Man in Mexico saying, God bless.